what are some red flags that we should be wary about when we go looking for insurance and we're dealing with, well, if we're dealing with an agent or if we're just dealing with an insurance company in general that doesn't have agents? What should we be looking out for?
Well, first and foremost, I wouldn't be trying to cut any corners. And I think that that's one thing that insurance is now looking for in a way they haven't ever before is they're looking for the person trying to cut a corner. Who is trying to stick it to them, and they'll deny a claim in a way they didn't used to deny a claim. They'll cancel a customer in the way they used to not cancel a customer. We have a lot of people that will come to us and they're saying, okay, well, I want to take a look. And we go, first of all, we need to really review this because this is terrible. Like, this is absolutely, do you know that you have the worst possible state legal limit that you can have when it comes to a policy? And the eyes, I've seen some very smart people that I've even personally known that have sat there and go, what do you mean? Like, what? No, this is as bad as it gets. Like, yeah, you picked the bare minimum. And then a claim happens and they go, can you believe that my insurance company only paid out 10 grand on a $50,000 truck? Well, I sure can if I looked at your policy and that's what you signed yourself up for. So I would say the red flags when it comes into shopping for insurance is making sure that you got what you wanted, that you communicate well what's going on, and that everybody's on the same page. You don't want to sneak something through a homeowner's claim. They're now using drones to review places. And you say, yeah, no, we don't have a trampoline. Cool. And then a claim happens with a trampoline and you have $100,000 lawsuit happening. And the insurance company goes, look at this spot where you told us you didn't have a trampoline. Yeah, we're not paying. So those are the situations I would say go in prepared to be honest. And then, make sure you communicate what you actually want covered, because there's a lot of times where the assumption will get made after the fact. But if we have a communication with the customer up front saying, what would you expect if you put this thing in a ditch next week? You're just going to get rid of it and move on and get a new one? Okay, well, then we don't need comp and collision. Oh, you want it replaced? Well, then you need comp and collision. Here's how we're going to do that. And you probably need roadside because you want to get it pulled out of that ditch. And do you need rental? Well, you've got 4 cars, 3 drivers. No, you don't need a rental car unless you really want one. So we review it all once we kind of review what it is they want and need. And I think when you do it on your own online, it's a little riskier.
You're right. Now, what if I'm having a sit-down consultation with another insurance agent? What are the tells that I should be looking out for that this guy going to cut corners or he doesn't really have my best interest at heart?
That's a good one. I mean, if they're trying to cut corners, they'd be telling you to lie. They would point blank be telling you to lie.
Does that happen often?
I don't know. We don't do it. So they would likely be saying, okay, well, just you tell me you don't have this, and that's what I'm hearing. Somebody says, I've got a pit bull, and you go, nope, we don't want to know that. We don't got to hit. Okay, well, now that I know it, this insurance company is probably not the right one for you, because if they figure that out, they're going to cancel you, or you're going to have a claim with that dog having bit somebody, and we're going to have clicked no, none of these dogs on premises. And now all of a sudden we've got an application that lied. And so, no, you want to make sure that you get somebody who's wanting to understand you as good as possible, as well as possible, and that is telling the truth.
Right.
And if you've got somebody doing that, the rates might not always line up the way you want, but then you just stay where you're at. Like you don't have to switch because you shopped around. You shop around, you're in essence in the process interviewing the agent as well to see if this is somebody I would trust and want to work with in the future. I always say, if you didn't feel comfortable walking out of that original appointment, you don't want to deal with that person when the claim comes. So